Hi, in this case study, we want to talk about a job shop which is run by a curmudgeon. And when I think of, curmudgeons, I think of some of the roles that Jack Nicholson has played here. And he does it very well. And in this particular case, with this distributor, the guy had a job shop. He was quite the workaholic, had two, three assistants and was working 100 hours a week. And, he was buying about $100,000 worth of stuff from distributor, but the distributor was losing about $10,000 on because the cost to serve was so high. This guy's philosophy was no job was too small or odd, so he was doing lots of custom, semi-custom kind of jobs. So there's no economy of scale for what he was doing, and so he was profitless in a sense. To take care of all these little random kinds, he bought a huge array of different kinds of items. He had two or three small orders a day. He wanted just one of something, not four or six or 12, so we had to break packs and cases for the guy. Since he was near the warehouse, his planning sort of dropped, or he would say yes to customers and give them super service because he knew that he could call us up and we'd run it over to him type of thing. He would often order special orders, but when they came in 4, 6, 12 weeks later, that customer decided they didn't want it or got the solution somewhere else or whatever. But so he canceled a lot of them, and then we're stuck with having to return or just have these super weird items collect dust for the next 10 years. And he also was a very tough shopper. He was trying to beat us up and price all the time. Then he'd go 60 days and have all sorts of excuses. And I think the underlying reason of it was he wasn't making any money. He's working hard. He's got in a sense over servicing and underpricing the customers for the service he's giving or the odd jobs he's doing. So we went out and tried to give him a pitch on, hey, we're losing and you're losing and so forth, and he just wasn't buying it. Basically, his philosophy is, look, if I do whatever I have to take care of whatever customer that comes in here, then you should take that absolute kind of approach too. And if you lose money on some customers, then that's too bad because, I lose money on some customers. If you try to change anything, then I'll switch. So we had plan B, which meant fine, switch, and we'll just redeploy or lay off the slack. He went on strike for about a minute. Actually, I think it was probably a week or so. And then he kind of quietly came back, didn't say anything like, hey, I'm back, or sorry, or anything else. But he really couldn't find any more other people that would give him the level of service that we were giving because we were so local that he had that rush service option. And he had conditioned all of our people to behave and expedite stuff over. And he'd go to other people and they'd say, well, we don't know who you are. You're a new customer. No, we don't break packs. We have minimum orders, that kind of thing. What's interesting is because he had to swallow our tougher terms, he passed them on to his customers, and he stopped making such horrendous, great, I can get it to you faster terms and whatever. And the customers said, guess what? Fine. So it turns out that he was able to pass these terms on his customer. As well, but he started making more money. I might add that when you run into these small guys who are hubs of the wheel, that means what few employees they have report to them. They hire them cheap, work them hard, and watch them closely with kind of a whip. And it is a form of productivity, but they can't leave their business. If they leave their business, everybody sits down because he's micromanaging everybody. And so that's where they're just sort of stuck. They're prisoners of their business. They may make good merchant cash flow money off the business. They just can't take a vacation. And so they can't sell the business because they are the business. And now as gold-plated government regulations and higher health insurance and unemployment insurance and taxes on everything come into play, they just can't cope and they start to just disappear. So this is not necessarily a great category of customer to be dependent upon going forward. The morals of this story are when you have a customer who is abusive and very complicated, and we're massively over-servicing and underpricing and under-terming the person. If we say we play hardball with them, it turns out that they don't have any ready alternatives. It's not like they can go instantly to someone else and be recognized as a $100,000 account and sort of highly evolve the how this guy beat us up and enabling. I mean, in a sense, we're codependents. We help this guy co-create this relationship together over years of taking care of them. But instead of being reactive and remedial and curing problems, how do you not have them to begin with? How do you be preventative? So in theory, when we look at target accounts, we don't want to sell a bad business model where, oh, you're all things to all people and you have no economies of solution or scale in your business, and you are a bully and you're the hub of the wheel, so you can't grow because you can't delegate to anybody. They can't even do their job themselves by themselves without you watching them and coercing them. Um, so these people can't grow because they have no focus and they have no ability to attract and retain good people and to delegate to those people. So that's the story of the job shop curmudgeon, and I suspect that most distributors have a few of these guys in their customer portfolio lurking in the bottom of their customer profitability ranking report. Thank you.